Hello everyone, welcome to Psychopathology Fall 2021. This video will be a brief overview of the syllabus. Please be aware that this video is just to go over the key areas that you need to know for your syllabus. Each student is responsible to read the full syllabus in its entirety, get a good understanding of the assignments for this course, the grading criteria for this course, the textbook information, and everything you need to be successful in this course. So again, please be sure to not just utilize the videos. They're to supplement your full review of the syllabus. At the top here we have my contact information for this online course. You can meet with me weekly during virtual office. We'll be using Blackboard Collaborate for the class virtual office. The virtual office through Blackboard Collaborate is optional, and it's a time that you will know that I will be available in real time each week. So if for some reason you can't attend virtual office and you know a group member or a classmate who may be attending a virtual office, please feel free to send your questions along to a representative, and they can then ask the question of me in virtual office and share that information with you. In the past, that has been very helpful to students. So again, virtual office will be held weekly in Blackboard for the week. Each week you will see a Blackboard Collaborate tab. In that tab will be the date and time for virtual office each week. That day and time may change in any given week depending on what my schedule is that week, but you will be able to see the time and the date each week for virtual office for the class. As always, you can email me as well, any questions that you may have, but the best way to get in contact with me in real time efficiently will be the class virtual office. If you email me and the information or question that you're asking me, if it's covered in the syllabus or on the website, I may direct you to the sources so that you'll know that it's there. But for the most part, please allow about 2 business days to respond to emails, particularly if the email is sent on Friday. I also tend to respond to emails during normal business hours, roughly from 8 a.m. to about 5 or 6 p.m. That doesn't mean I will not respond to an email outside of those hours, but in terms of expectations, for the most part, most of the emails will be sent during that time frame. The phone number that's listed on the syllabus is my cell phone number. You can text me as well if that works for you. Please be mindful that I do not save students' numbers in my phone, and I do not recognize you by the number itself. So if you text me, please make sure you identify yourself as well as the course that you are in and that the question will be coming from. And so again, the best way to get in contact with me or to meet with me right away would be the weekly virtual office. I can also set up a Zoom appointment with you. This is a very full class. We have about 25 students. It is not practical use of my time to set up Zoom appointments for students regularly and consistently. So if 10 students need to talk to me, that's easily, in a given week, that's easily 10 Zoom appointments. And so I'm really trying to encourage students to use the different ways and the best way. But again, if you really need to in-depth conversation with me, please feel free to email me or text me, and I'll see what I can do about setting up a Zoom with you. There may be times I may reach out to you because I want to speak with you, and then in that way I will also schedule a Zoom. So here's all the pertinent information that you need to get in contact with me. The course syllabus provides a course overview as well as talks about the Black perspective. In most of your classes here, we will have an assignment where you're applying the Black perspective or concepts from the Black perspective, and that includes this class as well. Educational outcomes for this course is to help you learn how to utilize the DSM-5 and really understand what psychosocial stress looks like. You'll also learn how to identify symptoms of emotional disorders as well as behavioral disorders. You'll be able to write reports such as case analysis and case study reports. You also learn how to examine how race, class, and gender intersects with psychopathology issues. The core competencies are listed here for this course. And this table shows you in which week what assignments that students are given the opportunity to demonstrate these competencies. Here are the required textbooks for this course. The American Psychiatric Association, the APA manual, which is required for all your courses. Also, the DSM-5 textbook is required for this course as well. Some students purchase it online, if that helps. But they find that it's hard to move through all the different diagnoses when they're trying to look specifically for a diagnosis using the PDF or the online form of the book. Other helpful hints for the DSM-5, some students also purchase the tabs on Amazon, and they're inserts that you can put inside the DSM-5 to help you locate disorders more quickly. Comer and Comer, Abnormal Psychology, Hooks, Rock My Soul, Black People and Self-Esteem, and Kaplan, Sadok and Grab, Kaplan and Sadok Synopsis of Psychiatry, Linnell, Reed, Taylor, Handbook of African American Health, and Gordian and Cross, The Black Perspective, Monograph 3, Addressing the COVID-19 Pandemic Through Examination of Mental Health and Health Disparities. This particular document you do not have to purchase. It is uploaded already in Blackboard under the Course Content tab. I will upload another video going over Blackboard so you will understand and hopefully give you a jump start on how best to navigate this course through Blackboard. This is an online course. However, your engagement and attendance is actually captured in an engagement and participation. So it's very important that you engage in this course often and regularly. The discussion boards, if you will, serves as our classroom. So a lot of your interactions with other students will be coming through the discussion board posts. Again, for online, attendance is how you engage. This is being prepared, doing all the coursework in terms of doing all the required readings, making sure that you click on all the content that is uploaded in each given week. That is important. Please be mindful that I do statistics tracking in Blackboard. This means I know which folders, which tabs, which assignments students have clicked on. Blackboard tracks that history for each individual student. That's how I know whether you've looked through the content. The reason why this is important is oftentimes online programs are self-learning modules in that I am guiding you and I'm uploading videos, but it's important that students navigate most of the content in Blackboard so that they don't have questions that are already answered. So again, most of everything that you need is in the syllabus itself, and if you look at the way the Blackboard is set up, it is pretty much adapted directly from the syllabus. So again, making sure that you click on all folders, do all the required readings for the course, make sure that you review all the websites and look at all the videos. That's how you're engaging, and that is what attendance looks like in an online course. Again, please be mindful. I can tell if you are not clicking on folders and information. I can also tell when students aren't looking at information if they're asking me questions that's already listed in the syllabus and or through an announcement. And I'll talk a little bit more about that when I cover the Blackboard section. The academic code of conduct applies to this course, and this really emphasizes integrity and honesty. This is particularly emphasized in an online course. You are responsible to do your own individual work and collaborate with others when there are group assignments. Also, please be mindful that you can use each other as peer support and study support, but you must do your own work. Also, be mindful that when you upload assignments to Blackboard, it also does a safe assign score, which makes sure that it's original work. So again, integrity and honesty and making sure that you avoid plagiarism is the key here. Talk a little bit more about it later on, but understand that plagiarism is not just duplicating and copying a paperwork, but when you don't properly cite, meaning give credit to ideas that is not yours but are derived from the textbook, website, or journal article, that also consists of plagiarism. So if you do not identify the source of your idea, or if you don't make it clear that your content that you're writing about or talking about in a discussion board is being informed by a particular chapter, book, or journal article, that is also considered plagiarism, and that is an integrity issue as well. So be mindful of that. Special student services is available to all students. We do have a contact person here specifically at the School of Social Work. If you attended new student orientation, she introduced herself. She is available to you all. Please be mindful that she's here to support anything that you need in terms of concrete needs or mental health support. And her name is Katrina Floyd. So please be sure to reach out to her via email if you have any questions or you need any additional support. Similarly, students who need special accommodations need to contact Special Student Services as soon as possible. These accommodations can be provided to you once you contact them. Please be mindful that the accommodation starts based on the date of the letter. This means that if there are any assignments, coursework that is due in advance, the special accommodation does not apply. It only applies from the date that it's provided to instructors. There's a specific date in which the accommodation goes in effect. The reason why this is important is because if you feel that you need a special accommodation, please be sure to contact Special Student Services as soon as possible. We also have a statement on interpersonal violence. We take any form of violence seriously here on this campus. If you have been a victim of interpersonal violence, or you know someone who has, you are strongly encouraged to contact the Interpersonal Violence Prevention Program listed here, and or the University Counseling Services, or the university's title office listed here. This is a statement on writing matters, and this is a graduate level program. And for this class particularly, there's a strong emphasis on writing. This is a writing intensive and a reading intensive course. So please be very aware and cognizant of how you represent yourself with written communications for this course. You want to make sure that your writing is organized, clear, grammatically correct, and consistent. And more importantly, making sure that your papers as well as your discussion boards meet the APA format. If you think you need additional support with APA format, please make sure you review the manual. It is very important that you have the APA manual for all your classes, but particularly for this class, because your points will add up, and points are deducted in your assignment for APA. You cannot be successful in this course without having a good understanding of APA formatting. So please make sure you have the APA manual. Again, I can look at the papers or the discussion boards and be able to tell if a student has the APA manual and or if they're applying it to their work. So it's important to do that. Again, for this course, your discussion boards have to also be in APA format, citations and or references. I strongly encourage that students do a citation and a reference for discussion boards. And the reason being is that I'm able to now look at your citations and reference, and I can catch it early in the discussion board whether a student needs additional help or support or with APA formatting. And I rather know when by grading and reviewing discussion boards rather than wait till we get to a paper assignment, which is worth a lot more in terms of your percentage of points for this course. That way, if points are deducted for APA for a major paper, it'll impact your grade a lot differently than it would in a discussion board. And so it's important for me to catch students who need some additional support with APA in the discussion boards. And I can talk more about that when we cover the Blackboard section as well. Here's some additional resources for you for APA. Again, talked about how we will be communicating in this course specifically. We'll be using virtual office hours, and I talked about that. You'll be able to find that in your weekly Blackboard. Once the Blackboard opens up for each week, you will be able to see the virtual office hours that will be set. You'll just click on that tab and be able to attend virtual office. Again, this is the best way to get in contact with me, but not the only way to contact me as well. We use a variety of methods to educate you in this online course so that it will hopefully be able to highlight each individual student's strengths, as some students are stronger writers, some are stronger with reading, some are stronger at presentation skills and so forth. So again, we allow you the opportunity to shine in this course by offering a variety of ways in which to learn, and hopefully this keeps it interesting for you too. So I'll have video lectures that I'll be uploading that are similar to this video. You'll have reading assignments, writing assignments, as well as discussion boards, group presentation. I also have students in a peer support group, which is just a group available for you if you want to talk to students and email them specifically about this class. I am aware a lot of students use their own methods, such as GroupMe for classes, and that's perfectly fine too. But I wanted to just set up something in Blackboard if you wanted to use that as another option to support one another. Or you can use your assigned group for your group presentation project as well. And again, I'll go through that a little bit more as I move along through the syllabus. The grading criteria is listed here in Blackboard. Your assignments are all weighted, and you can keep a running real-time track of how you're doing in this course by looking at your weighted grade total for this course. If your grade average is between 90 and 100, you're at an A, 80 to 89, B, C, 70 to 79, and below. The important piece here is you want to keep an eye on your weighted average for this course, because students, in order to be successful and considered passing for this course, you need to have a score of 80 and above. I'll say that again. In order to be passing, you have to have a score of 80 and above. This means at the midterm period, once you submit your midterm paper, students need to have at least an 80 or above. Students who are at 79 or below will get a midterm advisement. This means me as an instructor will contact your advisor and let them know that your grade average is below 80%, below 80, so 79 and lower. The reason that we do this is to support you as students. This is not a punitive task. This is to catch students who are not passing technically for the course and help support you. So your academic advisor will then reach out to you and find out if there's additional support needs or if there's things that we need to do to better support you as a student. We do midterm advisements to catch any challenges that you're having at the midpoint. That way you have the second half of the course to turn things around and get the grade that you're looking for the course. So again, this grading criteria is important. In Blackboard, you will see that you have a weighted total, which will let you know as you submit each assignment for this course where your your graded average is for this course. By the time you get your grade for your midterm, again, that is the time where we'll be doing our midterm advisement, and your grade average for the course needs to be 80 and above. This is the weighted totals for your assignments here. This is important. Participation is 10%. Discussion board 20%. Your case study midterm part 1 and 2 is 25%, and here are the due dates for those 2 assignments. Group oral presentations 20%, due October 28th, and your case analysis 25%. Full total 100%. Okay. I hope this is helpful into you understanding how your grade is being averaged for this course. Please be mindful that when you submit your assignments, and we'll be covering the assignments in the next section of this video, all assignments must be uploaded to Blackboard. The reason why this is important is because the rubric for your assignments is embedded in Blackboard and is applied directly to your paper when you upload it, and I grade students' paper directly from the rubric in Blackboard. Then your grade is then averaged in Blackboard into your weighted total column, and that is why all work must be uploaded in Blackboard. Again, for the Safe Assign screen, which you will know before you upload it, you finally submit the paper, what your Safe Assign score is. Please be mindful of that Safe Assign score. If that Safe Assign score is high, you need to look at the paper and see where the duplication is and fix it. You need a low Safe Assign score. Students' papers will be returned if the Safe Assign score is considered high. And again, it's not the score necessarily that we're looking at. We want to see how much duplication and where, and Safe Assign will show you that. It is set up so that you can see your own Safe Assign score and where the duplication is happening in your paper before you submit it, and then you can decide whether you want to pull the paper out and make modifications to it to make sure it's appropriate. So again, I'm going to go over briefly the assignments for this video, and then I will upload another video that are going to go over the assignments in more detail. So again, what are the assignments that you have for this course? They're listed here on the syllabus. You have a case study paper, which is your midterm. There's a part 1 and a part 2, due September 23rd and October 7th. Here is the information that you need to know for this assignment. The assignment instructions are here, 8 to 10 pages. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop into virtual office to discuss your assignments. Oftentimes students will pop in just to discuss papers, or if they have questions about their papers, and I strongly encourage you to do that. When you write your papers, really think about making sure that the headings for your paper covers the areas that you'll be covers the assignment instructions, so that you make sure that you cover all the key areas that you need to. So think about reading the instructions for the assignments first and setting up the headings for your papers based on what is expected from the assignment instructions. Second, I strongly encourage that students look at the rubric. The rubrics can be seen and viewed in Blackboard. Once you look at the rubric for your paper, then go back and look at your headings and make sure all the areas that you're being graded on and the points that you're being assigned in the rubric, make sure that those areas are also covered in your headings as well. Sometimes students miss points because there are areas in the rubric that they did not cover in the paper. And if a rubric area is, like if a particular section in the rubric says that you're going to get 10 points for discussing an area, and a student forgets or omits that part in their paper, they're going to lose 10 whole points for that paper. So again, it's important that once you create your headings based on the assignment instructions to make sure you're meeting the expectations of the assignment, also make sure you look at the rubric and make sure your headings are reflective of the rubric as well, so that you get all the points and you cover all the necessary sections that you need to cover for your paper. This class also has a group oral presentation, which you are all assigned groups for this in Blackboard. You will be uploading a video of your group oral presentation using a PowerPoint presentation. You have options on the different software that you can use. You can use something similar to what I'm using here, which is Screencast-O-Matic. Some students in the past have used Zoom, which is perfectly fine. And some students have also used PowerPoint. PowerPoint has a dictation feature in it where you can do voiceover while you're recording a presentation. Those are just some of the options, but you have plenty of other options to utilize for your group oral presentations. The key here, though, is that when you complete your group oral presentation, you need to create a shareable link. This can be done in different ways depending on what software that you use to do the group oral presentations. But another way to think about it, or to obtain a shareable link, is to upload the final presentation to a storage site like Google Drive or Dropbox. If you upload the presentation or the video presentation there, you can then create a shareable link. It is the shareable link in which you will be uploading to Blackboard for your assignment. The reason why this shareable link is important is because it is easier to upload, copy and paste a shareable link than it is to upload a large video file. You will oftentimes get error messages. The storage space is too much, and I'm not able to grade it because in order to grade it, I have to download a very large video file on my computer, and oftentimes that's not feasible. Then when you think about 3 or 4 groups, then I would have to, I'm not able to download multiple videos from multiple groups without maximizing too much storage space on my computer. So shareable link is what you will need. Please feel free to drop into Virtual Office if you have any questions or thoughts about that, if you need some additional support in this area as well. So again, group oral presentations, please meet with your group as soon as possible so that you can start brainstorming about this assignment. You can start working with each other, collaborating with each other, and figuring out times that you all can meet that works best for everyone, so that you all can really talk about what technology you want to use to deliver this. Please meet with your group as soon as possible. I can't stress that enough. If you do not hear from one of your group members, I need to know it as soon as possible. If a group member is not participating in the group assignment, I need to know that right away. Group members who do not participate will not get the grade for this assignment. So this is very important. Again, do not wait till the last minute. Reach out to your group members as soon as possible. If you do not hear back from them, let me know. Again, drop into Virtual Office if you have any questions about that assignment. Final assignment will be your case analysis. Presenting problem, clinical description, everything you need to know for this assignment is listed here. 68 pages, due November 23rd. And this is the case that you will be presenting, the case of Raven. So the difference between this assignment and your the case analysis and the case study assignment, which is your midterm assignment, is that for your midterm assignment, you will be identifying a client and doing a case study based on a client in field. Okay, you will be providing the client that you will be using to do the case study. Please be sure to de-identify that client so that we won't know who that person is. For the case analysis, your final paper, we are providing you with the client, and the client is Raven. And you'll be using this case study information to write up a case analysis for the case of Raven. Again, feel free to drop into Virtual Office if you have any questions for me about this assignment. Some students aren't in field, or they have challenges with their field placement. Sometimes they are in field and don't have a client yet. You are not limited to your clients that you have in field currently. If you have a client that you want to utilize from a past field experience, you can do that as well. So again, please let me know if you have any challenges or any questions. Feel free to drop into Virtual Office, particularly for the case study assignment if you don't have a client. Most students are able to identify a client either they currently have or one that they've had in the past to be able to complete the assignment. Also, there's some additional information that you need for your assignments that can be found on under the course content tab in Blackboard. Particularly for your very first assignment, your midterm assignment, which is part 1 and part 2, right here. You'll be using the Howard University Case Assessment Guide to submit part 1, and this can be found in Blackboard under the course content tab. Again, I'll go into more detail when I cover Blackboard, when I upload a video that reviews the Blackboard assignments. Again, this is just a brief overview of the assignments, and I will upload another video going more into detail about the assignments themselves. I also want you to see here that all the information that you need that we'll be covering for each week will be listed in your syllabus. I will be opening up the content each additional week. As we enter a new week, that Blackboard week will be open for you. However, you do not have to wait until I open up the week. You can look at the syllabus as well to look ahead to see which readings and assignments are coming due. Again, just to say, you do not need me to open up the week for you to be able to follow. You have the syllabus, so you'll know in advance when the assignments are due and what content we're covering for each week. And so here, just again, as you see, each week is covered here and listed. All your reading assignments are also listed here as well. So again, everything that you need to be successful in this course is found in the syllabus. And as far as your discussion boards go, here is the rubric that's listed in here for your discussion board as well. In Blackboard, I also have information about your discussion boards, and again, when I cover that, you'll see how the discussion boards are set up, and that'll hopefully improve your understanding of what that looks like in Blackboard as well. There is also a rubric for discussion boards in Blackboard. And another important thing, I want to just make it very clear in terms of your assignments. All assignments must be uploaded on time by the due date. All students have until 11:59 p.m. the day that it is due to upload that assignment. Please do not wait till the last minute to complete your assignments. At 11:59 p.m. the assignment will close and students will not be able to upload the assignment. As this is a graduate level program and I am preparing you to be professional social workers, which means when you submit timely documentation for your agency and your work as a professional social worker, you will need to adhere to timeliness of submission of documents. Meaning, if you were working, for instance, for the DC court system and you needed to submit a case analysis or a case summary for the judge by court date, it would have to be submitted on time. And so again, since emphasis here is not just to educate you in psychopathology, but to prepare you for professional level, master level social work, all assignments for this course must be submitted on time. Late assignments is not accepted in this course. So again, please be mindful. Please do not wait till the last minute to do these assignments. All the assignments for this course are comprehensive. This means you cannot do start these assignments at the last minute and complete them. You would like to really think about starting these assignments about 2 or 3 weeks before they are due, so it gives you time to think about it and to analyze and really do that critical thinking and conceptualization that will be needed for this class. So again, assignments will not be accepted late. The assignments will close at the due date, and students will not be allowed to submit them after the due date. So please get them started early. Please submit them on time. Please be mindful of that. Also, the only way assignments are accepted and graded is through Blackboard. Please do not email me assignments, okay? Particularly if you expect them to be graded. Now, there are some times where students have glitches with Blackboard, and then they will email me assignment just to let me know that it was completed on time. And that is okay if you're sending me the assignment via email to verify and to confirm that it was complete before the due date. But in terms of submitting it to be graded, that has to be done in Blackboard for reasons I've already discussed, safe assign and for grading purposes. I hope this brief overview really helps you familiarize yourself with the content in the syllabus. Each student is responsible to go through the syllabus in detail and review it from top to bottom. And also be sure to jot down any notes that you have about the assignments or the syllabus and drop into virtual office. Thank you.